Good morning. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Jojo. Mojo. I figured out a little trick yesterday. If you turn on your TikTok when you stream live on YouTube, watch this. Create image of your text. No, but I don't want to. So folks, here it is. And yeah, this is TikTok, right? So we're gonna go live and show you a trick. Those who are on TikTok right now can go to my YouTube. Just click on my little YouTube link, and then people should be coming in here into the chat. So we'll check that out. Here we are live. And hi, I'm here. Okay, folks, so we're here and we're back and we're trying to make sense of the world that we live in, right? So, I know it's so ridiculous. But to let you know, there's my chat. So I am chatting live and I will answer all the questions. So today we are going to go to my YouTube, guys, on TikTok, please. And I'm on Twitch too. Hi guys, I see you. They should be coming in here. And we're going to talk about some things about Charlie Kirk and how I think that is the biggest sham, just simply because of the information that I know. You see, I'm a sound engineer and I've been doing this for 35 freaking years, dude. I've shot guns, big guns. I know what they sound like. And I know how sound travels. So, when you have all those cameras pointed at Charlie at the same time, there's no reason to not be able to find out where that sound came from. There's no reason, because this is how it would go. If that guy was on the roof with a 30-06 from 200 yards away, this is what it would look like. A little hole would appear in his shirt way before you'd ever hear any sounds. So it would go. That's what it would do if it was real. But because it's not real, this is what it does. It goes. No, that's not how it works. That's impossible. That's an impossibility. This is how it works. It goes. So you're going to see the shirt move before you ever hear any gunshots. Not see the hole and hear the sound at the same time. That's what everybody's missing. That's what everybody's missing. Okay? Maybe I should put here. I'm going to just for fun, I'm going to do it. Charlie Kirk sound analysis by Joe McPeek. Sound audio analysis by Joe McPeek. Hashtag Charlie Kirk. Hashtag sound. Hashtag gunshot. All right, we're going to try to get into this, and TikTok.com/ Bones. Hashtag audio analysis. Okay, so we're gonna put it in we're gonna do a thumbnail. We're gonna find a freaking thumbnail, dude. It's not made for kids. It does use altered content, and the tags will be Charlie Kirk, sound, shot, wave, analysis, Joe McPeek, sound engineer. All right, language certification under no. This will be film and animation. All right. So supposedly, oh, it might not work until after the stream is done, okay? So we might have to stop this stream real quick. No, we didn't have to stop the stream, but here it is. And we're going to continue with our video here. Check the sound. Here it is. Yeah. Okay, so why do I believe that, folks? Because I know how fast sound travels. It travels 800 miles per hour, and that means in 222 milliseconds, a bullet can only travel 50 feet, 150 feet, okay? So when you look at there is no delay. That's what's messing everybody up. There's no delay in the sound when his shirt goes poof, folks. It just goes like a big mess all up here. If it was shot from 300 yards away, it would go like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why I truly believe, and this is just my humble opinion, that was all staged. It had to have been. And the guy on the roof, okay, we're going to go over all this stuff, folks. The guy on the roof just happened to be up there. He was probably smoking some weed or something. And he heard a commotion. He heard a shot. And he started running. He probably looked and saw that Charlie got shot. And he started running. Because he started running and they timed it. And it was only 3 seconds. From the shot, it was only 3 seconds to where that dude started traveling across the roof. So, think about it. If he had shot it, he wouldn't have had time to move by the time the crowd reacted, because it went, crowd crouches down, kind of goes down and up a little bit, and then you see the guy running. It doesn't mean that he shot the shot. It just means that he's running. He wasn't carrying a gun either. He had a towel, but I didn't see no gun. I think it's just he was just a bystander up there, smoking some weed on the roof. And the FBI said, oh, no, 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 no. This fits everything perfectly. He had a gun. They did not find a gun on the roof. They found a gun stashed in the woods across the street. In a cardboard box. Did anybody notice that? See, I want to go over the things that nobody notices. That picture of the gun? Here, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get into this. Charlie Kirk gun pictures. Where's that gun? What do I have to do? Put 30-06. Gun found. Yeah, there you go. Gun found. This is the gun they found. Okay, this is the picture that they tried to tell you was his. Okay? So, folks, there's no way in hell you're going to jump off a roof in your skinny jeans with this, not even stuffed down your pants. But nobody noticed and nobody said a word. Come on, guys. That's not wrapped in a towel. That's in a cardboard box. That is not the gun that shot Charlie. Why is the FBI telling you it is? Okay. This is from the FBI itself. And they're telling you that this is it. And that that's the guy. And that there's a guy on the roof, you see? No, that's not him. That's not even him. That's not him. That's not... That gun in the cardboard box is not the gun. Why are they shining a flashlight on it? It's supposed to be in a towel. Oh, we found a gun. We found a gun in a towel, but here it is, and it's in a cardboard box. Makes lots of sense. So, and folks, check this out. Did you notice how the scope of the gun? My goodness. Look at the scope of the gun there. They're trying to say that it slid back when he jumped off the roof. No, I'm not buying it, man. Do you notice how the stock, and it's a full wood stock? There is no disassembly there. And notice where the site is located. Now look at this one. Whoops. Now look at this one. Notice that it is not wood, and the $2,000 scope is not centered right. So he couldn't even have used this gun, even if it had bullets in it and a spent casing, which they say this gun with the cardboard box had spent casings with drawings on it. It has nothing to do with Tyler Robinson. It has to do with the weirdos he was hanging out with. Oh no, what's this? Oh yeah, see, those are gun stocks. Oh my God. If you've ever shot a 30-06, it's a very powerful weapon and it kicks hard. It makes a bullet go supersonic. And there's no way that you can say that Charlie was hit with a supersonic bullet. It's just not going to happen. Okay? Charlie did not get hit with a supersonic bullet. Okay? If he did, his whole body would be gone. He would have been decapitated. Okay? So, folks, we're just Hey, everybody on TikTok there, please go over to my YouTube. That would be cool. Thank you. Go over to my YouTube, guys. You can see and hear a lot better, okay, on the big screen. No filter. Thank you for joining, and thank you for sending me some hearts. Appreciate it. Hello there, I see you, Dustin. Okay, folks, so we're going to dig a little deeper. Let's go to my subscriptions. We're going to look for very smart gentleman. Forget his name, but it's on my phone. Just a second, folks. Just a second. Is it this? Yeah. No, it's not. Gosh dang it.
It took until 2025 for someone to finally invent this thing. It's a high def.
Oh my goodness. Breaking Range Day Bros. Wrong again. Audio forensics. Here he is. Here he is. His name. His name is Harsh Reality. All right, folks. This makes sense more than anything. Here he is. All right. We got oh God, where is it, man? Oh, it's in my history. The magic bullet from nowhere, master plan. Oh, it might be this one, folks.
I can say for why aren't people, a lot of people go, how many kids are at campus with their headphones in? And they're just, what somebody's wearing a mask, quote unquote, a towel.
What are we seeing here? This is like 10 minutes of footage filmed at
a
location. And
check
I'm going to show, just so you can see the vantage point, this is never before seen footage until yesterday that was just released. And the person filming it, I want to show this photo of where this vantage. So this person here
wow!
I think a pretty strong, like maybe a Panasonic or Sony camera with even like a boom microphone from that location. So can you tell us what we're seeing here, and then we'll get to the further.
Okay, folks, so this is what is really blowing the lid off the case out, the Charlie Kirk case, is the sound occurs exactly at the moment that the bullet hits, and that can't happen. That's impossible. Physics. I know this because I've spent the last 25 years doing light inference. So if I'm working with a laser beam and shooting it at objects from all over and creating an inference between when the light hits the object and the time that it takes to come back. I worked with milliseconds for decades. It's the same with sound. It's called sound interference. When you shoot that gun, the bullet hits before the sound. Way before the sound, like maybe even a full second. Half a second. Half a second. That shirt should have flew up, and then a half a second later, you should have heard the shot. But what happens? Watch what happens, folks. Don't let it.
What you're seeing here is this was a
Don't let it
gentleman filming
traumatize
from
you.
quite far away. And what you're going to watch here is you're going to watch the microphone. I want your audience to pay attention to that little black dot on the top left of Charlie's shirt because it's really important. That's what we believe. That looks like there's some type of explosion that takes.
No, that's not right.
Right at the moment of impact. Now,
And we should say you're not going to see blood here. We're gonna stop it right after this thing potentially explodes, basically. So let's roll that footage here. But you're not going to see.
And folks, you're not paying attention to what's going on before. Look what he just did. He hits his buddy, the black guy, and he goes, "Watch this. There's going to be a shooting." And he grabs his nutsack and he goes, he's getting all amped about it because he knows it's about to happen. See that guy with the glasses right there? Watch him. Just watch what he does to the cameraman. Watch this. Watch this, folks. Watch this.
That's what we believe. That looks like there's some type of explosion that happens under his shirt.
Yo, bro, you're
Right
looking
at
in the
moment
wrong
of
places.
impact. Now,
And we should say you're not going to see.
So, look, folks, it was not an explosion in his shirt, even though that's kind of what it looked like. Notice how the black guy with the green hat is talking to the guy with the glasses right now. Right now! Look! Look, he goes, he's telling him a plan right now. You see? And then he points at Charlie and goes, "Watch this." He goes, "Ha ha ha," and he's got a smile on his face. And then he bumps into the guy with the camera. You better be ready. You better be ready for this.
Let's roll that.
What was that? Was that a bird? Folks, was that a bird that just flew by? Let me see this.
Left of Charlie's.
What is that object there?
That's what we believe. That looks like there's some type of explosion that happens under his shirt right at the moment of impact. Now,
And we should say you're not going to see.
Watch
blood
for the
here.
bird.
We're going to stop it right after this thing.
Oh, was that a bird too?
Explodes.
Oh!
basically.
That right there, that's got to be a bird. That's got to be a
Sure, but
bird or
you're
a
not gonna see-
dragonfly or something.
You're not going to see the horrible aftermath. We just want to warn people about that. All right. So
Okay.
this is-
Oh, stop. Do you see here? Maybe I should blow it up. Do you see this guy right here? Look. Watch this guy right here. That's not what they're looking at. They're not looking at it. This guy. This guy. Does everybody see my mouse? This guy. Nobody said a thing about this guy. That looks just like a gun. Watch.
This is a wide shot.
Oh! Did you see the guy's head when... Look, folks. Look, watch.
We're
Was
gonna
there
stop
any...
it right after this thing
Hold on.
potentially explodes, basically. So let's roll that footage here. But you're not
Watch
gonna
this.
see.
Watch the guy in the
gonna see
left.
the
Don't
horrible
look at
aftermath
Charlie.
of people.
Look, right here. You see that guy right there? Oh my God. Look. Look. There should have been some, and there was. Watch. Watch.
Shot.
He's in a stand. Boom! He got him, dude.
And now here's a closer version. So Ryan, what are we seeing here?
Go ahead. You're gonna watch.
Oh.
I want you to pay attention right there. He pauses it. You see it pause, and you almost.
Oh
see
my
like
God.
A cloud of smoke. There is some type of explosion.
What?
There is something happening under that shirt.
Wow, there sure is. Oh, but here, maybe that's why the sound arrived at the same time. Maybe it wasn't a gun. Because if the bomb was in his shirt and the bomb went off and it sounded like a gunshot, then yes, I would believe it. But no, you see that little thing right there? You see that little thing right there? That's Charlie's necklace. and it came up and it whapped him in the cheek. Yes, it did. It went like this. Now, the only way that could happen, in my opinion, is if Charlie was shot from behind, down the neck, down the spine, and what that did is it created a shockwave, and the shockwaves rattled through his spine and went poof, and it carried all that energy through his neck of steel. It carried the energy, and it went like that to the cross, and the cross hit him in the face. That I believe. Oh, wow.
Do you see that? How
Watch.
his neck? It was almost like a big gust of wind or something. Something happened under that shirt.
Oh! Oh! Whew. Oh my God.
And here, you'll see it right here. Watch to the right and then watch to the left on the mic.
Could it be a necklace bomb? I do see the cavitation though. Do you see that? How his neck popped out right there? That big red spot. That is his neck cavitating. This is really hard to make out. Oh. What about a ricochet, Joe? Ricochet off what? Bone? So it had to be a low muzzle velocity. It had to be.
Pocket. It was almost like some weird air pocket caused his shirt to shoot up like that. And at the same time, what you can't actually see in this video is Charlie Kirk has on that silver necklace. And if your audience remember...
Wait, I believe that.
His ear...
Okay, folks, don't forget, we got to look into this guy right here. Nobody has looked into this guy on the left, behind the speakers, behind the guy in the white cap. He's holding a camera. I can only suspect that it's a camera gun. I'm only suspecting. I'm not saying it is a camera gun. I'm just saying watch the guy right here, and what happens? Watch him. Look.
Blown out of his ear.
Watch.
He couldn't make sense.
Boom, he got him, dude.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
According to
Just like a hunter. He goes, just like a hunter, dude. He's got his camera, and at the very same exact moment that you hear the shot, he goes, not lying. Not lying, folks.
That was his chain necklace that you seen actually getting blown off and blowing over his ear.
Right.
Now I have a chain necklace on, right? I have this gold cross.
Okay, so we're going to fast forward this a little bit.
In his mouth.
He's claiming that you could have removed a percentage of that battery.
Oh, no, don't go down that rabbit hole. No, folks. No, because that's not true. Now he's really thinking it's a microphone bomb, but it's not. You know why? Because if it was, that thing would have went flying, not stayed on. It stayed on. The magnet clip stayed on. If that was a magnet clip bomb, it would have gone both ways. Equal and opposite reactions, you know what I'm saying? So I really do need to see this guy. Mystery solved. Oh, this one looks removed. No, it's not removed. Anyways, we got to get to this.
I was saying that. Well, we have the same doctor that
Kirk
worked on all these other
audio
assassinations. It was one doctor that worked on all
analysis.
these high-profile cases. So I'm saying that if the people are
3 weeks ago, 13 days ago. Forensic audio doesn't lie. 2 weeks ago. No, this was just a day ago. Charlie Kirk's shooting. Yeah, that one might be it. AI versus the narrative. Okay, here we go. Analysis solves the case. Another shooter? Okay, folks, so now we're going to get into it.
Who are
Okay, so look.
there are no other anomalies within the shot. Totally clean. Now, let's look at one more. This is the Antifa original shot, or what sounds like a rifle shot here.
This is what they're saying. He's comparing rifle shots to the Charlie Kirk shot. Now, this is what they're saying the Charlie Kirk is.
Then you have a thud here. So you have the shot, then a thud.
Oh, you know what that thud might be? It goes crack thud. That's not the crack bang. No, what that thud is, in my humble opinion, is the backdrop of the tent. Doesn't it sound like vinyl? Doesn't it sound like vinyl?
Then two more thuds here and here. And you can see them spectrally. Those are not normally in gunshots, even with buildings around. It doesn't make sense. So there are a total of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. With 1 being the shot and 3 being anomalies. Let's check.
You know what that could have been? Echo. In my humble opinion, maybe those are the echo registers. Because it goes kind of like pop thump and then, you know what I'm saying? So doesn't that sound like an echo to you?
That. So there is the original shot, or what we know of as a gunshot here. Then the thud.
Oh!
That thud is not an echo of a gunshot.
But how many
It's
milliseconds?
something else. And those two sounds here and here. Totally wrong.
It is totally wrong, but
Your camera angle that is further back in front of the stage. It's higher up and further back. And there are multiple sounds here, same kind of thing.
oh! But wouldn't that be the sound just echoing around the chamber? Wow, this is wild. Had a spotter in the audience. All right, let's go on.
We are strong. Corewell Health. We can.
Today is Thursday, October 30th, 2000.
Has been used mainly dealers as well. Security director in January, and he, according to the Associated War now, protest ICE, acting in a civilian, squander all your.
That if something doesn't fit the narrative that you believe in, you discredit that. One of the things and again, I know some people aren't going to believe that the charging document is real law or. So if the camera is.
Okay, so hold on.
Edge of that trajectory, right on the side somewhere where we would see a streak. If you were in line with.
So what they're saying is that streaks should have appeared in the cameras, folks. They're right. Streak. You should have saw a streak somewhere around Charlie if it came from the buildings or the audience. There would have been a streak somewhere on somebody's camera, and that would have proved there was a bullet in play. Now here's something else that will prove a bullet's in play. Nobody knows this, but there's these little black dots. You see those little flashing dots? Folks, you don't know what I know. You see those little flashing dots? Those are constantly flashing, folks. Do you know what that is? That's something that Charlie needs right now. Okay, so before we get into that, I'm sorry, folks. I forgot to turn my Tic Tac back on. I'm so sorry. So, what are these little flashing lights that you can't see unless you hold it up to a camera? You know what that is, folks? Look. Infrared. Why didn't anybody think of infrared? Huh? Ouch! Oh! That could have hurt. Okay, guys, why did nobody talk about the black blinking lights? There was probably 3,000 infrared cameras rolling at the time, because this rolls all the time, folks. This iPhone has an infrared sensor in it, and it can catch a bullet. Why hasn't anybody thought of this? Well, they're not as smart as you, Joe.
Did you say hey?
Uh-oh. Now Mom's saying that she did not pick him out. What is this?
Worried that using your home address for business puts your privacy at risk? At iPostal One?
His ears right there. Okay? When you're trying to evaluate someone's ears, you see if they are attached at the bottom is one of the key things. See, that like attached lobes versus not attached lobes. Mine are not attached. This person's very clearly seem to be not attached, right?
Hey!
There as well. Okay?
Hey! They got him by the ear, baby! They got the FBI by the earlobe, boy. God dang.
Ears not attached at the lobes.
Woo!
Okay? Crystal clear.
Do fact. You hear what I
not attached. Very, very clear.
Aye!
Very clear. Attached. You can see.
Oh God! I knew it, dude. It's the doppelganger. I knew it. The freaking doppelganger. Oh my God, bro! He's broken it!
Right there.
He's blown the lid off the case! Yeah!
The images are stretched, but the important part is look at his shoes. Okay, this is what you're looking at closely, right there. Okay, these look to be the same as in the picture, right? The ones that the shooter's wearing.
Right.
But you see this right here?
Not.
You see this stripe right there?
Yeah. Look at the stripe.
That is a stripe on his shoes. You can see it even closer right here. Okay, that is a stripe across there.
Yes.
How about the shooters?
Hey! Oh, but something you didn't notice, Jesse. Something you didn't notice that I noticed. Look. They're both tied cross-laced. They're both tied cross-laced. They're not the same shoes. That's obvious. Good going, Jesse. But they're both cross-laced. How many people take the time to cross-lace their shoes? Only certain types of people. Goofies. Goofies tie their shoes like that, boy. That could be Twigs. Twigsy. No, it's not Twigsy.
Okay, these do not have
It's
the
not
strap.
Twigsy. I'm sorry. I just remembered. Oh, notice this. Notice this. One of those shoes has a fresh shoelace, and the other shoe does not have a fresh shoelace, boy.
But different shoes, different ears.
And that's why he was limping. And that's why he was limping. His shoe did not fit. Do not acquit. The shoe did not fit.
Tell me, guys, what do you think about that? Okay?
Hey,
And
what I think is in the clamor to change clothes, he got the wrong pair of shoes. He gave the right pair of shoes to Twigsy. He put on the wrong pair of shoes. The shoes and the shoelaces got mixed up, and Tyler had to walk. It's either that or the doppelganger. Had to walk. And you know these kids, they're not used to walking. They're used to playing video games. So after about maybe a mile and a half, you're going to see this kid limping because his shoes don't fit. It has nothing to do with a 30-06 down a skinny jeans, man.
Tear Kyle Kalinske apart just for your guys' entertainment. Now, a quick side quest right before we start, though.
Oh,
is
that's
this one, right?
dope. Fake grieving widow grifter includes fake teardrops, tight black skin. Oh, the widow. Oh, she's a widow grifter. What? That's not nice.
Ask the question, how would the media respond to this post had Charlie Kirk been a Democrat, right? Because Kyle Kalinske put up this post, fake grieving widow grifter costume, fake teardrop, skin tight.
Guys, listen to me. That was mean. But we live in a country where we are allowed to express ourselves freely. So there is nothing illegal about that image. Nothing illegal. They can't take that image down. If it was up to her, if it was up to Erica, I'm sure she would have that removed because it's not very flattering. But that's the world we live in, folks. There's nothing illegal about that picture, okay?
Morning pants. Okay, so bottom line, okay, there's no way that he came up with this because this is too clever for Kyle to have done this, right? But nonetheless, it's in poor taste. I mean, it's clever and funny, obviously, but it's in very poor taste and certainly not something I would post on the internet. And
Me neither. I would never do that to somebody, but that's the way it is. It is there. They did do that to somebody, and there's absolutely nothing I or him or you or anybody can do about it.
common sense question. Here's Kyle's response to Mike Lee, okay? Because Kyle is apparently going with the angle of, he's like, I'm going to retire you, see you next Tuesday. It's like healthcare from 17 million people, but I'm the problem. F you, retire you, see you next Tuesday.
It's like, it's Tuesday!
You know what I mean? Like, he's like, I think watching him, and I don't like people who run their mouth like that, and so...
The positions of the cameras, the position of the target, and the timing gaps in the audio waveform. And we modeled all of that to figure out what kind of
things. This was one that...
Okay, so
Win with Zen sweepstakes.
The waveform analysis,
$100,000.
supersonic craft, 150 mil range.
It was taken by the Utah Valley.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks. Look. Just a second, please. I see things that nobody else sees, and I've seen so many things.
And when that sonic boom reaches the microphones.
Once you plug in that mock angle, it then comes out with the variable of, is this within the tolerance or not? And from what we're seeing, it's yes. This fits those expected.
Okay, check
Only
this out.
one of those cameras was within tolerance, and that was the one that was the Utah Valley University.
Boom! There he is again! Folks, nobody said anything about this guy back here. Why? They've been using camera guns for centuries. Or, camera's only been around 100 years, but... There are 3,000 cameras in there with these little black blinking lights, guys. Look. Look. The experts don't even know what this is. Folks, look. There's 3,000 infrared cameras in the crowd. They can figure it out. Because they're only using visible light. This is invisible light. Hey, somebody contact me. We can work this out. I know we can. This is the camera shot. It shows what everybody's doing before, during, and after the event. It shows where this guy is over here. It shows where this guy is over here. It shows where Mikey is. It shows that they were rousing around before it happened. Check it out. Watch. Okay, see the guy over on the right talking to the black guy under the American flag there?
Cameras that were
He goes,
close to
are you
Mr.
ready?
Kirk
Are you ready?
Both have that tolerance as a no. A very hard no, because our observed gap was that much different from what it was expected to have been, assuming the muzzle velocity of the rifle or the velocity of the bullet being at 26-25. I've taken our official assumption data that we
folks,
have entered.
no.
Firstly, just to apologise.
Okay, this is the guy.
Absolutely terrible, robotic as hell. I'm reading it.
With Liberty Mutual, you can customize.
Okay, I think this is the guy that really nailed it.
Over the last couple of days, the comment section has highlighted a bit of confusion around my first video, so I decided
This
to make
video got me thinking. His name is Audio Freaks, guys, and it really got me thinking about it. And everything they've been telling you in the news is false because, well, this guy will tell you.
In these videos, I'll go through each microphone recording one by one to show what the audio is really telling us. Then I will explain the TDOA method, and finally, we'll bring it together in one complete analysis.
Watch this.
Alright, so here we are in A1. What you're looking at is the waveform from the mic at 7 meters just behind Charlie's right hand side.
Okay, 7 meters. It's 20 feet. Here we go.
Here is the impact, and as you can see after that, we've got the reflections essentially bouncing back to the microphone after they've travelled past. If we measure them reflections, this one here, if you look down the bottom of the screen, you can see it says 216 milliseconds. That is the first reflection. So we can use that time to calculate how far the wall was away from the actual recording device. So each 4 of these reflections came after the impact. Each one of those spikes is literally the gunshot echoing around the courtyard and hitting the mic again. Now, what does that actually mean in terms of distance? The time in between each reflection tells us how far the walls are. The first one at 216 milliseconds.
While we're watching this, folks, another thing I just remembered is you can see the vinyl tint moving after the shot. It kind of goes like that if you notice closely.
Works out to be about 37 meters of extra travel. The next one, 438 milliseconds, is about 76 meters of travel. Then we've got 87 meters, and finally just over 103 meters. Now, bearing in mind we do have a tolerance set of 3 to 5 meters. Anything over, well, you could say 3 meters up to 3, get a picture of where measurements. So we take 7 meter right mic. We can take it to there for a second, click done, and then we can measure what we got there, 37 meters. That's pretty bang on, isn't it? You know what we got over here, 38 meters. Again, that's pretty bang on. I think the first reflection's coming from both of these. It'll be an amalgamation probably of both of these coming together and coming, because it's a bit more precise on the measurement. You know, but both of them, that is where the first reflection came from. If I was to measure it, 76, 78, and that comes over here to the zone. I believe it's called the zone. I'm not sure. We can see straight away where it's milliseconds separate, but you know, we're just oversimplifying this to make it like, because we're not trying to figure. I hope that clears things up.
Oh God, no, it don't. Oh, here we go. Here's something really relevant.
That was me trying to be clever. Okay, so this is the video that you sent me. I don't need to play the video to show you what I am going to get at here. We can see this transient here is the gunshot. Okay, that's when the first bang comes. Now, what can you notice about the left and the right channel there?
Oh, they're doing it in stereo. They're using stereo now.
Very different. This is a smoking gun in audio terms. The sound appears very distinctly on the left speaker. Top is left, bottom is right. Mm-hmm. This means the sound entered into that microphone, right? So like your ear, it entered into one ear, and it exited, and it went past you and travelled away on the next ear, and that is what we're seeing.
Whoa!
Wow!
That's beautiful, man.
That's conclusive proof. Now, you're going to get a lot of people go, oh, well, the sound just echoed down the courtyard and then back up again. But if that was the case, it would hit the right speaker, the right microphone first to be reflected back, and I would see that in the audio.
Wow, man. That's so cool.
See,
I didn't understand that from your video.
I haven't got to this on my channel yet.
Oh, wow, that's
I
fine.
saved this just for you because you gave me the video. But
wow.
I can measure the distance from there to say, if the transient of the shot was, say, this big, that distance to that distance, that gives me an angle.
Yeah!
Point with that angle.
That makes sense, dude.
Another triangulated.
God, that makes sense, dude.
I can then say the shooter was by the laws of physics and the way the sound.
The laws of physics, baby!
The other thing I can do is I can also create that angle upwards. So I can, if you imagine a crowd of people in the middle, if a shooter was up on the top building over here and the target was over there, then the sound's going to hit these people before it gets to the target to be recorded.
Wow.
So I can triangulate that height at proposed distances by that measurement, and I could say he was on that roof because it's the only roof high enough.
Wow.
Let's hope
that's amazing, man.
Run over by a minibus or something in the next couple of days.
Hey! No, you're not, Bo.
Measured in that reflection field. And now it gets a bit technical, but the only way...
Wait a minute. What is this? What the fuck? Dude, look at this girl in the pink hat. Why does she have boobs on her back? What is she freaking in The Exorcist and she turned her neck around like an owl? Bo, listen to me. That's AI. Look, folks, am I lying? There's no way you can have boobs on your back, Bo. Boobs on your back, Bo!
Field from them locations. It's a mirror arc. It's a mirror point.
A mirror arc.
So some people in the chat right now, Matt, as we look at this image on the left, this is like the first frame of the video.
Why are her boobs on backwards, dude? Her boobs are on backwards, bro.
He does seem to be. He's elevated over the rest of the crowd, so it does seem.
Is
like
that a
he's
tranny?
on the first or second step. He's very close to this wall. We see the opening of the tunnel right in front of him to his left. So someone is suggesting that it's on top of the roof. Are you able? They're pretty close. The tunnel and the top of the roof.
Yeah. See, I mean, right now I've done one test, so I can't. I mean, if I.
Because ostensibly he was in love with a transgender person, and Charlie Kirk is against transgender.
The resources they have.
But someone engineered this.
Look, watch this, watch this. Watch this, folks.
More like this lower bottom one. Yeah, both of them would, but they would have a similar, well, maybe not similar, this would be a bit tighter, I would assume. It would pass quicker. Whereas this is quite substantial, that the actual waveform on the left is so strong compared to the right. It is solid.
Let's look at this image again. Let's
Okay,
look at this
yeah,
again. Because we've got the video right here. Yeah, that's a different video. I don't know what video
okay,
that
so
is.
yeah, my apologies. I'm pretty sure this the one that you sent me.
It's called like 9/8.
I can't get over that that girl's boobs are on backwards. See? Look! God dang, dude, what is going on?
Share your video. Share your screen for a second.
Oh,
Backwards
sorry,
boobs?
That's such an amateur move, sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Schoolboy did.
I did send you this, but that is not the one that is confirmed to be from the guy's phone. So this is good. We've got more work to do for sure, no doubt.
Definitely.
No doubt.
Isn't anybody looking at the girl's boobs?
Frequency, right.
Yeah.
So
come on, man! Come on, man!
You can follow him on X.
Hopefully be back by...
So what the guy's saying is it's physically impossible for the sound and the bullet to arrive at the same time.
68.6% of the viewers felt that my...
I just wanted to record a quick... Where the actual supersonic boom is, that we should actually hear that rifle sound first. But the rifle sound's already triggered. By the time it's being impacted, there's no gap. It's instant.
Yes. Look! Look! He's proving it!
It's instant.
He's proving it with physics, folks. Go to Audio Freak and tell him the good work that he's doing.
It's not 130 meters away. You can't cheat the laws of physics. Sound just doesn't travel like that. You cannot get the sound from the Locy Center to Charlie Kirk without a 200 millisecond gap.
You know what they're saying? They're saying that it all happened right under that tent. There was no bullet. There was no 30-06. There was no man on the roof. That was just somebody that got caught up there smoking some weed, and they were running away with their beach towel because it's hot on a roof. Dude, I've been there. They did not catch Tyler Robinson. He was not on the run. They got the wrong guy. He's got earlobes, connected earlobes in the picture, and Tyler Robinson does not have connected earlobes. So basically, the FBI is screwed for trying to pull a fast one on the American public. That's all I'm saying. So, folks, this guy right here, he is a genius. Listen to what he just said.
Kirk, without 200 millisecond gap.
Listen to it again.
See that? So measuring it.
This is a
So
smoking
this is
gun,
the bang,
folks.
and if I take from the bang 200 milliseconds, that's 219 milliseconds there. I think we're looking for about 235, something like that. There we go, look, 234. So where the actual supersonic boom is, that we should actually hear that rifle sound first. But the rifle sound's already triggered by the time he's being impacted. There's no gap. It's instant. See that? So it being instant means the rifle round was not 130 meters away.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Can't cheat the laws of physics. Sound just doesn't travel like that.
There was no gunshot from the roof. There was a spent casing in a rifle across the street in a 30-06 with a bad scope inside a cardboard box. But there was never any 30-06 on a roof in a towel. He did not have a towel, and he did not wrap the rifle in the towel like the FBI said. No, they found the rifle, a rifle. Doesn't mean it's the rifle. They found a rifle in the woods across the street in a cardboard box. And they lied to you, man. They freaking said it was in a
cannot get the sound from the Locy Center to Charlie Kirk without a 200 millisecond gap. Hopefully you understand that point. It's just not happening. So we know that the sound isn't behaving the way that it's supposed to if the shooter was 130 meters away. But if we take it a step further, a lot of people online are trying to solve this with something called crack to bang, which is where my confusion comes in. And the problem gets even worse.
See, crack to bang is even worse because that's a longer delay than what we're talking about. And that's why it doesn't exist. There is no crack to bang theory available.
So, in very simple terms, crack
bang is only with a supersonic bullet. This is not crack bang.
To bang is the bullet being fired from the rifle making a sound, making the crack, and then obviously the sound, the projectile hitting the speed of sound to create the sonic boom.
That is real.
And that is the crack to bang, you see. So it's like crack of the rifle, bang of the gun. This is how I'm understanding it. Now correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I don't know. I'm just little old me. Right? How do you know where to place that sonic boom? You see, do you get my point? How do you know where, if it did, to place the sonic boom if you don't know the trajectory of the shot? I've just proven the shot didn't come from the Locy Center, because if it did, then there would be a 214 millisecond gap. The crack isn't tied to the gun. The microphone's position is what The microphone's position is what determines when the sonic boom is heard. As soon as you move that microphone position, it changes the location of the sonic boom in relation to the shot being fired. Are you still with me? So while this microphone would hear it instantly, this one would not. It would change the relationship of that boom to the crack. And again, the same here. If you go even further out, it will extend even further. So how do you place crack to bang as an effective measure to find shooter's location or whatever?
Dude.
Or even where he fired from, whether it's viable or it doesn't.
This guy is very smart. Go to his site. It's called Audio Freaks. I've already joined it. Good report. This guy just blew the lid off. Hey! The whole Charlie Kirk thing. So, folks, thank you so much. I think that's going to be fine. When we come back, we're going to do some more things. We're going to go see what happened to One Gun. One Gun's not saying anything, but we will EFAP his last video before he stopped talking. Okay, when we come back. And please, like and subscribe and hit the little bell, because I am coming back.